Thank you, Samia, and assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hope you are doing well and staying safe. Let's dive right in. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. Today, we want to discuss a positive bit of news coming out of New Jersey, and that is the push to make sure New Jersey recognizes Eid as a school holiday across the state for the benefit of Muslim students. To discuss the state of this campaign, why it's needed, I want to bring on our special guest, Dr. Uzma Syed. She is the president of the Eid Holiday Coalition and a parent in New Jersey. Assalamu alaikum, doctor. How are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Thanks so much for joining us. So first, tell us about this coalition, the Eid Holiday Coalition. How did it come to be? What's the impetus for it?
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And I just want to clarify a little bit. I am a parent in New York, but I am the co-founder and the president, and I lead the organization, the Eid Holiday Coalition. The coalition came to be in about 2016, shortly after I had actually advocated to get Eid holidays approved in my hometown of Syosset, New York. We had unanimous approval for the holidays. Shortly after that, there was outpouring across Long Island, across New York State, and across the entire country, in fact, so much so that we decided to form the coalition. And since then, since 2016, we have been working with Muslim American communities throughout the country to really empower the communities so that they can have Eid holidays be officially recognized as school district holidays so that students can be off and enjoy the day with their families.
So tell us, doctor, about the problem we're trying to solve here, because in some districts, people may take this for granted that kids can get off for Eid without facing some sort of penalty. But what's the situation that many Muslim students face across the country in terms of being able to get off for Eid?
Absolutely. It really is a challenge. And parents, see this more and more as their children age. When they're in elementary school, the curriculum is not so intensive and children can often miss a day here and there, and it doesn't really affect their academia. But as our community is growing and as the children are growing, you can see the demands that they have in their regular curriculum and how much it really impacts them to just take that day off of school. Although many school districts do allow for a day off without penalty, the students have significant academic decline. And so they're really not taking these days off to spend that precious time with their family to really celebrate, whether it be the end of Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha. And unfortunately, they're having to sacrifice and having to choose between their academia and their faith. And this is something that we don't think any Muslim American student should have to do.
Absolutely. So, what's been the response from school districts, from the government in New Jersey, New York, elsewhere? What response are you getting?
We've had tremendous positive responses across the board. We've had so much success to really empower communities. We've had over 40 school districts in Long Island alone that have approved Eid holidays. We've had districts in upstate New York. We've got many districts that are currently petitioning. We've got districts across New Jersey. There's over 25 school districts that have approved this. We've got districts in Pennsylvania, in Virginia. It's just been an outpouring. And the wonderful message that we are seeing is this really promotion of diversity and inclusion for all of the students. And so there really has been a really tremendous response. Of course, there are some districts that are more difficult than others, and we have to petition multiple times to really bring about this positive change. But it's all about educating the communities and bringing the Muslim American communities together with the school communities so that we can all grow together.
Doctor, what do you think is the biggest obstacle to this being done? Is it, school districts saying there aren't enough Muslim students to justify this, or we're going to have to do it for everyone? Is it Muslims saying, well, look, we don't necessarily agree on when Eid is, so how are we going to have one Eid day off for everyone? What's the biggest obstacle to making this a reality across the country?
There are a lot of challenges that we see on a day-to-day basis, and actually, it's very specific to the school district. In certain districts, we have a very small Muslim American population in that district, but the district firmly believes in promoting diversity and inclusion for all their students, and they've went ahead and approved the holiday because they feel that everybody should be well represented. And then we have other districts where we might have a larger, sizable Muslim American population, but the school board doesn't feel unanimously about granting these holidays. So for a myriad of reasons, sometimes they talk about the number of days the schools need to be in session, but I know for a fact, from personal experience, we've been fortunate enough to add both Eid holidays and Diwali and Lunar New Year, and keep the school calendar intact without touching any of the major school holidays. So, like everything else in life, whenever there's something new and there's a change, people are not really accustomed to that change. So it just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of communication, and really teaching people to embrace this kind of diversity.
So let me ask you this: the Eid coalition, I assume, is obviously focused mainly on Eid, but could this lead to other improvements in the way the school accommodates Muslim students and other students of faith, other issues, whether it's access to halal or kosher meals or prayer in school, getting offered Juma, any other things that are kind of on the docket coming down the pipeline that you think need to be addressed?
That is a wonderful question that you brought up. And I'm so happy that you're asking that, because actually it started with Eid holidays, but we do a lot of community work with the Eid Holiday Coalition. And, what we do is usually around Ramadan, we start promoting a lot of education for the school districts, where we educate the school communities, the administrators, the faculty, and all the staff about what it is, what Ramadan means to Muslim American students, what a day in the life of a Muslim American student may be, especially when it comes to fasting, the accommodations they may need for prayers, for fasting, and what this holiday actually means to them. So we've done a lot of education. A lot of this really combats a lot of Islamophobia as well. So we've been really focused on that, promoting good curriculum for Muslim students in schools, and halal meals. That's been something that we've really been working on across many school districts to have these approved. And we've had a lot of success in schools across the board.
Well, that's good to hear. What advice or lessons would you give to parents, Muslim parents in other parts of the country who are looking to do the same thing, encourage Eid holidays or other steps in jurisdictions where it really may be the first time they're even hearing about what Eid is?
I think it's really important for Muslim American parents to really be involved in their communities. The first step is to really show up, be present, be involved in the schools, be active in the PTA, be involved, attend the school board meetings. Really become involved with the school district to continue to show them how valuable members of the community we really are. And we can see that our students are excelling in many aspects. Not only are our students valedictorians, but they're maybe all-star athletes. They may be, performing at all top competitions in every academic field and extracurriculars. So not only should we show up to cheer on our students, but we should also show that we are very valuable members of our community. So when we bridge that school, the home community with the school community, that's really when we start seeing change. So for us to really have an ask, we really need to be present and we need to be visible.
Yeah. Absolutely, you can't just show up demanding things if no one's seen you before. You don't get necessarily the desired reaction. Have you seen that sort of support from Muslim American parents in New York and New Jersey? Have they been, you think, active in the school system? What's the response been from them to this campaign?
100%. I mean, I can't tell you how much positive impact we've had, because we've just shown that this is just the first step. Getting Eid holidays approved is really that first step to bring the communities together. And after that, we just continue to grow. Not only do the parents remain involved, but, they keep going a further step. We've had so many parents actually and community members that have actually ran for school board, that have gotten so involved. Not only are they, leading their PTAs and community organizations, but they're running for school board. They're getting more and more involved. So this is a great way to really get involved in something that really affects all of us very closely, right at home with all of our children.
Absolutely. Well, Doctor, I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us, the work that's being done locally in Jersey and New York. We hope that you all find success there and that other communities across the country can replicate that success for the benefit of not only Muslim students, but all students who need reasonable religious accommodations to celebrate their respective holidays. So thank you so much, Doctor. We appreciate your time. We look forward to having you back on to hear about the success, inshallah.
Thank you so much. And if anybody needs any assistance, we have all of the tools that you need to make this a success. Please do reach out to us at eidholidaycoalition@gmail.com.
eidholidaycoalition@gmail.com. Their phone number we can share, or they should just go to gmail.com.
The email would be perfect. We will get back to you right away.
Inshallah. Excellent. Okay. eidholidaycoalition@gmail.com to learn about how you can support this and also maybe learn lessons to replicate in your local communities. Thank you again, Doctor. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. And thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time, inshallah. Back to you, Samia. Assalamu alaikum.